That's it. Combat phase. I will give him this moment of, pleasure of double striking, imagining the damage. They are having the best fun of their life. No blockers. Oh, damage? No, no, no. I never intended to go on the damage. I just wanted to see the blockers. This is a scoop moment if I have ever seen one. They need to pump it above like some tree short, and they cannot because they can cast one spell. Oh, this is so brutal. But I'm having way too much fun with this. It's just so good, man. We get rid of Shrouded for now. Now we start drawing cards. I could mill them, but I don't like this. Oh my god, the top card was Bitter Triumph? Oh, I would be so mad if they drew Arena on top of this as well. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today you will have the most hilarious time of your life with this deck and the games we have played. This will be just so funny, man, because the deck seems absolutely insane. Not only, it seems to be absolutely farming mono red, and I kid you not, like the games were not close, it was so one-sided. I actually laughed during the games, but it seems that we also perform against the other decks, so this might be one of the best Azorius decks I've been trying so far in the new season, and it's extremely enjoyable to play, and you can finish the games quickly with the Whale. Of course, the High Noon is the big hero of the deck. With Final Showdowns, we can kill our opponent's creatures on their turn, so they play a creature. Because of High Noon, they cannot make another plays, and you just Final Showdown. They have nothing, and now you have advantage, you are making the full turn, and they cannot even play the game anymore. So the deck is super hilarious, super fun, and very controllish, so I think you will really like it. So let's go into the games, and thank you guys for watching and, just being part of the channel. Know that you are extremely appreciated every single day, and thank you for the cool comments. So have fun and enjoy. Right guys, going first with a High Noon. However, mulligan. So I usually, from what I've noticed, if someone mulligans, especially like aggressively, it's nearly always mono red. Not the rule, but it seems to be the rule so far. So I think we'll get something better. This is not a bad card. I would prefer to have this instead of one of those. See, every time, whenever I see mulligan, it's some mono red shenanigan. However, I heard it's a High Noon time, and I love the highlight. Every time you play this, it's like instant highlight, and they're like, oh no. Still, a lot of damage already. We will probably go 3 steps ahead. We definitely need to draw a little bit better lands. Right now, sorry, not lands, better cards. We drew 6 lands on 10 cards. That's definitely not where you want it to be, and we will be taking 3 damage a turn. That's a good one for them. So we need to start doing better cards. That's for sure. Alright. So they cannot go for super pump, but we have like 0 interaction right now. I can use Final... Oh, this is nice. Oh boy, this is nice. That means they need to pump it above like some tree short, and they cannot because they can cast one spell. Oh, this is so brutal. But I'm having way too much fun with this. It's just so good, man. Alright, so what is the play? Yep. 2 damage acquired. Good job. So what is the play here? I could go Sunken Citadel to sacrifice High Noon, but I really don't want to. Our game plan is drawing enough cards so I can play this. Alright. I think I have a nice idea. They really want to pump the Challenger, right? We're at 14. I think we'll go like this. I'm not super sure about this play, but I think it should be okay. Don't forget, this is a tap land. Unfortunately, we drew first the untap lands, then the tap lands. Alright, so they can go for 5 damage with haste unless we counter it. Do I want to draw cards or I want to protect Jace more? I think we go card for card here. So they can deal 3 damage to Jace. And then we can think how we play it out. Don't forget, every time they attack Jace, they don't hit our face. So even if they try to, you know, fight for this card, it actually heals us every turn, basically. And you can see the struggle, but I need to go face. There's a card, but I need to go face. There's no choice. Like, it's basically a Hulk moment at this point. So, what is the choice? I want them to pump Scamp, right? And try to go for lethal with a Scamp. However, we negate more than... They have only 2 mana. They will draw a land for sure on this turn, so they cannot cast too many spells. I mean, they cannot cast it anyway. So, let's go for the maximum mitigation. Don't forget we have the Anchorage as well. Do I want to go for the red mana here? It could be important, honestly. Yeah, we have the rest. Let's go for the red mana. You know, we want... This is fun. I didn't expect this to go red so much, but it actually always is useful. And we have the whale. So the idea is that we want to cast Showdown after they play the card. Oh, they really don't like this card. I love the highlight. It's always there. It's always there. Prowess. Sure. They will get the free card. So I could just go Final Showdown and lose the ability of Ember Heart Challenger before they equip. Alright, sure. I wonder what the play is. So we know that this was their last spell, basically. I mean, what happens if I go Anchorage? I mean, let's see it. Let's see it. Because if they buff something... Oh, they cannot. I forgot. So I can get rid of this one as well. I'm not sure what they will go for. You know what? I like this play. I really do. It also gets rid of the draw. Yep. See? They don't even want this. They can kill the Anchorage, but that's it. And that was their whole game plan, man. I tell you, this is just so good. Here we go. Here we go. Wow, 3 lands from the top. The one time mono-red player actually drew like this. We just milled them. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Let's go for white mana, I think. We have that blue, yep. I honestly think we go High Noon here. By the way, we could shuffle if they kept, because every High Noon can be sacrificed for, you know, damage later. And I don't have 6 mana on this turn, so I cannot make any of those plays. Slick Shot, sure. 1 damage Slick Shot. This is exactly what we like about seeing red. See how it hampers their whole deck? Like, suddenly their cards do absolutely nothing. And mono-red player that we are playing against has never seen like so many turns when they had hand in the hand. I'm just having so much fun with this, man. Alright. So, do we minus it? I really like this play. I think we can sacrifice 1 High Noon. They know about the whale.
You can be made.
And we also have a sweeper, depending on how they play. So now, if they buff it in any way, they cannot do anything else. Okay. Okay. That's a sweet 3 damage. Oh my god, this is so good. This is just so good, man. Alright, and you know what? I like drawing my cards. More. I need more. We can use the whale. But, oh boy. Oh man. This is amazing. They cannot have creature and the buff spell in 1 turn. It seems they might have something like shock. And I'm not sure if the game went as our opponent has hoped. It feels a little bit off. Alright, we are going second, which is unfortunate. Our opponent is, alright, is playing a red deck, as you can see. And, I mean, yeah, they, unfortunately, they might be in extremely good position. Why? Because they are on the play. That means we cannot, there's no counterplay to this. Unless you draw 1 mana instant that removes, like Smite, and we didn't draw them. However, they absolutely absolutely messed up. Man, this is crazy. So they had all of this advantage. They could go Slickshot, Rukus, get the card, deal like 5 damage, and when this dies, they get more. That would be extremely good play for them. However, they decided to be greedy, and I mean, we are really good at punishing greedy. And now, they cannot do any of those things anymore. They can cast Slickshot and attack, which is, yep. See, always the highlight. It's always like, what? I love this one. It's so crazy because every Monolith player just wants to play the cards, then sees this, and it's like, what? And you can see the consternation on the other side, like, what do I do with my deck now? Well, it's simple. You give up. And yep, 1 damage acquired. So the point is that now we need to find some interaction. Beza is a really nice draw. Unfortunately, we didn't hit. So our draw is honestly a little bit wonky. We are on the draw without double blue mana for the 3 steps ahead. That means we have to play this to solve the problem, you know, for the future. However, it's not amazing right now. Like, if we're on the play, this would be a winning hand. If we're on the draw with, you know, some better lands, it would be absolutely fine. But in this situation, it's like, you know, to be honest, this is a good play. This is the only way they can deal direct damage and not, you know, waste the Slickshot buff, because they have something else anyway, right? They need to be, like, tempo efficient right now. However, this means less damage. I think we'll try to go for a sweeper. I'm not sure if that's the best play, but man, we're at 12. Like, we have so much time here, and soon we can start countering spells. Oh boy, this is good. This is good. I want to get more value with Beza. So they will be trying to burn us on our turn and buff the creature on their turn, which is honestly the smart play. This is how you need to play against this. And we don't want to, you know, interact this one. However, they are still losing like a lot of value. Even if they play it, sure, they got the value, but the whole point of this deck is that this value is amplified by creatures like this. Alright, they're going for the Mousy Mouse with Offspring. A smart decision, honestly. However, that means, so they cannot double strike this. This only works on Mouse. So yeah, it will be a double strike trample, sweet, cute mouse. I have to say, the art is so cute. Alright, let's see the damage. And here we go. And yes, I could counter it, but then I would get hit by a Slick Shot. And also we can go for Beza on this turn. Or just a counter spell. Not sure which one is better. Right now they don't have much. So I think that there might be... they need to make a decision. They drew a card, so still, you know, red cards are incredibly efficient. It seems that the new card was a land because they would play it before, if they had it. So, this could be 3 steps ahead. That means we are getting 3 damage. But we're doing cards. And that should give us also a land for the next turn. I think this is a better play. Because we know that our opponent will play something. Double Strike gets, you know, so hard amplified by any buff spell that they will absolutely go for it. And with High Noon, we know that that's it. There is nothing more. And those creatures do not have prowess. For all the, you know, upsides they have, they don't get buffed by casting spells. They need something that resolves. So yeah, our opponent is taking his time. To be absolutely honest, this guy plays very well. He's doing everything right, but he just didn't know we play High Noon, so he went super greedy road. Yep. So now we get the value. That means we are getting better answers for the future. And that was it. So he deals 3 damage. Oh, we didn't hit the stuff. I really want the land. I'm not sure if we want double Final Showdown. I think Emperor might be a little bit better. It's not amazing to show that we discard this kind of, you know, card. My idea was that I will do a untapped land, and that was the whole plan. Because then I play the land, I Final Showdown, I win. But we will have to play differently then. Yep, 3 damage. Oh right, sorry, 4 damage, of course. So with the Final Showdown, we can play differently. Now we know exactly that our opponent cannot go harder than what we can handle. And then we start spamming Beza, because they don't have enough buff spells anymore. So this should be a clean win from now on. As you can see, when they can play one card a turn, like, the deck is super weak. That's it. Combat phase. I will give him this moment of, you know, pleasure of double striking, imagining the damage. Isn't it nice? They are having the best fun of their life. We don't declare blockers. No blockers. Oh, damage? No. I never intended to go on the damage. I just wanted to see the blockers. Oh, this is a scoop moment if I have ever seen one. Alright, so what is the play? Jokes aside, we probably want to go this. I could go with the whale, but this stabilizes me way harder. And I don't need red, honestly. At this point we just... Well, I can use red because we can use it for Fountainport. Man, I do it on red nearly every single time somehow. So now they need to go through Beza. If they play a creature on ground, they cannot attack. Good play, good play. This is at least something. However, this will be so much like weaker than what they need. They're really doing a good job, honestly, in fighting, but against High Noon, those decks are too weak. Like, they need way better stuff. Now we go Eternal Wanderer, and yep, our opponent knows what's up. They will go double strike on this, and they will go absolutely crazy on Aether Face or Wanderer. And by going absolutely crazy, I mean they will cast one spell. Monstrous Rage is probably the best one, right? So it's +3. Then, so this is 4, so this is 8 damage. And we buffer 5 of them. And then we play Beza and make a token. And that's kinda it. Right, I think it still dies because it won't deal 5 damage with first strike. So I think that should be slowly the moment that our opponent is conceding. Yep. To be absolutely honest, this was a good mono-red player. Like, he knew exactly what he's doing, what is the only out he can try to play with, and he knew exactly the moment he lost the game. So, you know, GG. We're going first, and this will be a bit of a challenging hand. We actually don't have double blue or double white. So we will see what the next land is. We will try to go for what? I mean, blue is more important because we need double blue for this and 1 blue on turn 2 on this. Alright! Hello, my friend. Alright, so we want a counter spell on the next turn. Yeah, I appreciate it. Man, it's so fun. You can clearly tell this is a mono black player, right? Right? Yes, yes. Just chilling. Oh, and exiling cards, huh? I mean, Union is kinda 1-for-1. Whale is a little bit better. Like, late game, Whale can be better. Like, imagine that we just played and cycled the card. It's kinda the same as what happened here. We need second blue, that's for sure. We probably will have to counter the next spell and play Beza to draw a card. Like, we need every small advantage that we can get. It would be great to see a creature that we can... please stop. Bro, please stop. Interesting that we don't see mono red now. Alright, it's fine. Like, you know, once every 33 games, we should meet this, right? So, it makes sense. Alright, guys, so, what do we go for? Beza is not amazing value. It's decent, but it's not amazing. I think the best play is play Jace. And we will get 2 extra cards from this at least. And we still keep the Planeswalker. We will see. I mean, why do I always mill 3 lands, man? Oh my god. Those were probably game-losing draws for him. Okay, sure, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Kinda. Maybe. I hope. We get it to 1. That means it's not very good against Shelly, and we draw an extra card. Because we get so much life gain, we buffer, so this is our small extra value. If we can get to Eternal Wanderer, please don't target discard me, please. Because if they take the Wanderer, I'm in some serious trouble. Alright, sure, that is 1 power, that really makes a difference. Don't discard, don't discard. Okay, this is okay, this is acceptable. So this goes to 3, then we -2, and then we need to find an answer. It's Aether Archive, But maybe this will be my 6th land in 2 turn. If I knew if that's a land, I need to go for the archive. If that's not a land, I need to take something else. So this is a gamble basically. And I need to make the gamble. I think Beza. Like, we're not getting less cards, and that's the most important part. It's a little bit scary because this is our live game, but I hope we can burn through it. Yep, correct. I want to keep the Jace as low as possible. Alright, this was a card. Alright guys, so what do we do? I mean, if I want to draw cards, we need to get rid of the Shelly first, right? I really think this is better. Like, if they didn't remove Jace, you can see that they care about Jace, but they didn't cast anything. They have the mana, so I expect they don't have removal. We get rid of Shrouded for now. Now we start drawing cards. I could mill them, but I don't like this. Oh my god, the top card was Bitter Triumph? Oh, I would be so mad if they draw Arena on top of this as well. Oh man, this is I like this deck, I have to say. I'm having fun. And as you can see, I've seen some comments from you guys that, well, there are some decks that, you know, white-blue control completely loses to this card because they just get rid of all your hand and stuff. Like, you can see that it's never easy matchup. Like, of course you need to fight for it, but you can. The idea is that you try to get free cards here and there, and at some point it's enough to just be ahead. And, you know, they still need to invest cards for every card that they discard from you. So at some point they're just, you know, too behind. Like, you can see they did so much to destroy our hand, and
elsewhere.
Did they actually draw another one? Is that real? Alright guys, I'm not super insanely happy with what happened right there, but it's fine. It's fine, alright? It's fine. We will keep playing the game. So my idea is that I hope he will continue to attack Jace to prevent the -2, and then we whale him. And then we can play the whale as well. Yeah, because there is no Emperor in Standard, right? So it's safe to attack. Well, not exactly. And do I want... I don't think I need double Citadel, right? I probably want the double Fountainport anyway. So I need the blue one. Well. They can deny the whale if they remove the Shrouded by themselves. So let's see if they have it or if they want it. Well, Demolition Field. Are you serious? Why would you play it? I mean, it kind of works here, right? This will be a big pain. But they have no rats. They have no rats. So I want to Demolition Field them. The problem is they have literally 0 basics. So I will just mill it with Jace. That means Jace dies. Alright, so bad. Oh, this is a nice one. Alright guys, we need to be smart about it. I can mill Shelly, or I can just counter it. But we can also counter the next thing, right? I could minus this, counter spell Shrouded, this will be basically their whole mana for the turn, and keep going. Sorry bro, like, I think we have this game, we just need to play it right. So instead of, if I mill, what happens? I draw 1 card and that's kinda it. And then I trade here. I mean, this sounds better. This really sounds better. I might regret it, but I really like this play. Well, we mill double Shelly from the top. That's not bad. And we have enough cards that we can, you know, waste this one. I don't think we need more lands. So we basically got a free turn from this, like, free card. There's no point in leveling this because we will always be ahead in cards. And the point is that this play that I have chosen means that they need to draw basically another Shelly. Do I want to go to get Virtued? This might be a problem, right? Oh man, this is so easy. I nearly missed it. That's why the Fountainports are so great. He lost the card, fizzled, and I drew the card. Now if he attacks, I just make a fish. Easy. Even if they remove it, that's fine. because that means one of the last 2 cards. And as you can see, guys, you can absolutely, right? They need another attack with 1 or... yeah, they don't have rats. And as you can see, even against this card deck, you just try to work it through, you know? Is that High Noon? I don't think High Noon is needed here. We can use it for 5 damage as a removal. Maybe Beza? They don't get any value from those. Alright, I think it's Beza. I will be brave. Because we can use High Noon basically as 7 mana removal, and I think that's okay. 3, 6... yeah, I think we just pass the turn. We need to make sure that those never trigger, and I think we can do it. Our opponent will never top deck enough answers, and we can start using the whale. You know, we can start to whale the game a little bit. Do I pay myself? No, alright. And see, that is a very scary lethal. Let's go for untapped mana. I mean, I have another whale. That's why, man, the whales, I have to say, I didn't play with this for a while, and this seems such an amazing card. It's basically natural card advantage baked into removal, which is nice. Of course, you know, the creature needs to be attacking, but believe me, they're always attacking. Well, well, well. Can I go for all the modes? Oh, this is the biggest scoop moment ever. Oh, the pain. Oh man, we are just farming this rank. Alright, our opponent is on the play with a 1-drop. You know the drill. You know the drill. So we will have a lot of work. The Vine Lasher goes a little bit around our High Noon. The damage is already happening. Is that Mono Black or Rakdos Lizards? I expected Rakdos, but so far it seems like a Mono Black. Alright, I mean, that's a lot of damage. However, High Noon. And that means that we will cast Union on the next turn, then we will cast Beza, then we will draw some lands and Final Showdown for this epic lethal. And here it is, it was Rakdos. Alright? So they will be able to remove Union probably. They could go for the Showdown, which is a big mistake. Get Lost is also a valid option, but that means we get the Union. So I honestly think Union is the best one. Because I tell you, man, this is the least important card that they discarded. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Unless they might have more Warlocks, right? Let's see it. Of course, like, there's no preventing it. Like, we have a lot of ways to deal damage that cannot be prevented. Alright, other creatures... do we kill something? I don't think we do. I honestly don't think we do. So they will swing all. That's what they do. This one is interesting. I don't really think it's a target. I think we just start the game a little bit. As usually. We won't draw the card, but we'll live game. Elspeth Smite is nice, but a little bit late. Alright, let's go like this. We need to pain ourselves one time. Back to 16 with a good blocker and a lot of fish. Fish mean that they cannot attack with Vine Lashers, and Beza means that they cannot attack with the rest. So this will be a hard situation. That's why going for the Showdown had absolutely no sense. Right now we are at super high, you know, lives total. Like, Showdown is 6 mana as well. Alright, I go like this. I could double trade, which is honestly really good. I think they have this protection spell. It gives +2 on something, right? If they attack like this, they probably have it. I could take more damage. So if they have it, they will cast it here, right? To protect against Beza. This survives, this dies, and this dies. And then we can go Beza again into Elspeth Smite if we draw land. I think it's okay. They have it, 99%, but I think it's still worth it. Yep, exactly, as predicted. There's, like, when you play against those aggro players, usually it's very, very easy. Like, they always, you know, have the same thing. Let's go Beza again, this is a good value. A little bit unfortunate to double pain ourselves. Like, when they attack, you kinda know that they have the combat trick. Usually, like, they don't really bluff too much. And yeah, we basically go again. And this is why Beza is so good. it basically forces them to trade like multiple cards into this, and they still cannot kill you. And they're at 1 card at this point, so they can deal some damage, which is nice for them, but yeah, they cannot do much, honestly. Sunken Citadel. We could go for the red and just go for... yeah, I think we'll go red here. I didn't think we will go for it, but here we are, here we are. That means we don't get the buff for the Anchorage, but it's okay. Alright, so we can get lost into Smite if we really want to. We can force them to attack. I honestly think we can just start attacking here. That was an instant, right? So there is a chance they have another one of those. Lifelink Indestructible. But I think we can do some magic. We're at 15, we have Anchorage, so we actually have so many options. And, you know, we need to start racing them, because we don't have a sweeper, because they discarded it, so we need to, you know, go for just a racing game plan, which is fine. And I mean, spoiled boy, aggro. I'm not saying anything, alright? I'm just stating what I'm seeing right now. So I would expect... oh, shock. Sure, that's not the worst. Also a very interesting decision, considering we have this. I'm not sure if they forgot. Well. Nice, so we are getting 3 trades right now. I could go for the Smite because I think he doesn't have it. That was the shock that they had before. So I can just kill it, right? Let's go for it. I really like this. We will pay life, so they might get the Warlock or something, but I honestly don't care. This is their last card and they're losing on board. And now I have High Noon. Is that the scoop time, my friend? It sure is. They don't want to scoop, but this is the time. So, man, you can see how Anchorage is insane in this kind of deck. So is this time to rope? I mean, guys, everything checks out so far. Alright, finally. I'm happy this wasn't the full rope. Do I need more High Noons? I mean, they kinda work, right? We can keep playing them and sacrificing every turn. That's why Citadel is also in the deck. That wasn't the interaction I was expecting to use a lot, but I mean, it works. And we can always use Anchorage on red mana even. We cannot use 2 mana from the Citadel, right? Because one of the mana needs to be white, one needs to be blue. So we can only use it for chorus, and we need 1 chorus. If we hit more Anchorages, that's different. However, this is for land sources, yep. So yeah, we will just keep trading High Noons. We have basically 15 damage in High Noons, and the rest is Beza. So as you can see, that's why the choice to remove Showdown was not very... well, like, they just always remove Sweeper because they think this is the only counterplay, but when you see Union into double Beza, you don't need a Sweeper anymore. Alright guys, I hope you had so much fun as I had playing this deck. Honestly, it blew my expectations out in the water, or out of the water, whatever, because I expected it to be decent, but I didn't expect it to be so one-sided against so many different decks. And I think like the Whale, High Noon, is such a nice synergy. Not only you get your win con later that can block so many creatures, but the fact that you bounce a creature, they have 1 creature a turn. Even if they have it back into the hand, they still cannot play it instead of another creature. So bounce effects are basically like heart removal in this deck, and that's what makes Whale so much better. And before we go, because there's so much to talk about this deck, however, I want to say a huge thank you, you guessed it, to our amazing Patreons. Thank you guys for making content like this possible, and you know, just we are trying to keep control alive on the ladder, and I think we are doing a great job at, you know, just farming a little bit of mono red. And if you want to be immortalized in one of the videos, check out the Patreon. You also get, you know, all those decks way faster than everyone else, so, you know, you can be ahead of the meta. So, honestly, I really like this deck. The Final Showdown is something that I always love with High Noon. The only thing keeping aggro players with a hope of winning the game is that every time they play a creature and they attack. That's their comfort zone, right? But when you kill this, like when you sweep the board on their turn and they know now you have a free turn, and then they start getting a new pair, they don't even want to play anymore. And this is an extremely good card in this deck because it can also protect one of your creatures. So for example, you have basically 7 creatures here, and that's way above of what I usually play. You can use Final Showdown to protect the whale after they pay the ward. That means they go for the throat. It's 4 mana already. Then you cast Final Showdown. Not only they cannot cast the second spell because of High Noon, but even if they could, it's still another 4 mana for another go for the throat, and that's important because this is a sweeper that is also relevant for control matchups, value matchups, all this kind of stuff. It's also very versatile. You can use the first ability or creatures lose all abilities to kill the constructs in any kind of artifact deck. So basically you can sweep the board for 2 mana very often. So very versatile card, and against aggro when you have High Noon set up, it's the best salt scooper, man. I don't want to play. One of the reasons this deck is working so well is also Sunken Citadels with Fountainports. We have been using this combination, and in 2-color deck I think it really shines. You can basically activate all the lands every turn. High Noon doesn't restrict it in any way, and that's how you can cheat value. And one more thing, if you pay this 1 life and create a fish, normally they just remove it or do something to it so it doesn't matter, or just flood it with huge creatures. However, if they have 1 spell a turn, this can basically nullify their whole turn, especially if you have the second Fountainport, sacrificing the token. So you make it, you block, and then you sacrifice it. And your opponent play 1 creature with haste, and that's it. They cannot buff it, they cannot do anything else, and you get 0 damage except, Fountainport cost. So really cool synergy all around. Union of the Third Paths is one of the reasons that this deck is so resilient. Most of the time your opponent will lowball something, then you Union. If they go hard, then you Final Showdown. If they go too wide, you Beza and you punish them for it. If they focus on 1 creature, you just whale it. You have so many answers, honestly. I think you could go less smites and more whales, but I really wanted to have this, 3 mana double spell potential, or just having this 1 spare mana for anything that is attacking and trying to kill Eltier or Planeswalker, or just your face. So yeah, I think this build performed very well. Yep, and we didn't drop a game. It seems that Road to Diamond is very easy with this deck, and maybe, to Mythic probably the same. It will be so much mono red on the ladder, and we seem to be farming them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also the extended analysis for this day, but this one really exceeded my expectations. It was so fun to play that yeah, it's one of my favorite Azorius decks so far. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.